This is Ramblin' Man Moto and Drone. So I got a few things going on. I'm wearing the sample frames from Flying Eyes, and I'm doing so in my modular helmet that is fully closed on a very windy day. Sorry guys, this vehicle pulled out in front of me and now it's proceeding to go under the speed limit. So I'm just a little annoyed. And so what I'm finding is I have the front vent open as an experiment. And the wind is like pushing the frames up on my face as I go faster. So I'm going to have to play around with that a little bit. I'm wearing this modular Shoei helmet, and it's a little noisier than my other Shoei full face helmet, and a little more wind it seems to make it in. Now the other thing is that GoPro wrote me back this morning and said that they watched my videos that they asked me to upload and send to them, and based on my notes they want to replace my media mod. And I am convinced this is not a hardware problem with the media mod. I believe it's a firmware issue with their cameras, but they continue to tell me that it's not, even though you can go on the GoPro forums and see 7 to 8 years of history where people keep having the same problems over and over, and they say they call GoPro and they even get replacement media mods and it continues to have the same issues. But I will probably take them up on the offer to say that I did that. So I'm using the media mod now. I have no idea if it's going to work correctly to record all this footage. So I did so right there I have to make sure both sides see me rather than hiding behind this vehicle in front of me too closely. So while the GoPro media mod I think is definitely to blame for some of the issues I've been having, for the first time, and I made a video that for the first time I was having some crackling and popping. Then there was complete silence, which I still can't explain, the complete silence. But what I've done is I found that, you know, this helmet that I'm wearing, I have the same microphone inside this helmet that was in my other helmet. And through the process of various tests that I did, I found that the microphone in the other one has a short in it, or the wires had come loose or whatever. And when I read the Amazon reviews, there were a few people criticizing that microphone for being cheaply built. Other people had very positive experiences with that microphone, and then that's the one I'm talking through right now in this helmet. And when I did the test, this helmet worked great. It was that microphone. But I don't think it's the microphone alone. I think the media mod has its own issues, because I was having other issues. I think it's just a coincidence that it happened at the same time, because it's happened to me in this helmet as well. I don't know, I did do a factory reset on this GoPro to see if that would help. You know, there's no point in getting a new media mod if that's not the issue, but I don't think my microphone alone is the issue. These frames that I'm wearing just have, you know, like fake non-prescription lenses in them. I am wearing it right now just to see if I like how they feel. They are riding up a little bit on my nose as the wind blows. I shut the front vent to see if it helped with that. Kind of would like to get up to 60 and test them. I'm going to open up this front vent again. That would be kind of the worst case scenario, I guess. And I'm going to open the top one too. I got both vents open right now. It's not too bad. It might be a bit noisy for recording, but as far as these little frames go, I don't know if they'll fog up when I have real lenses in them. I plan to get these polycarbonate shatter resistant things. I'm trying to practice on some of these curves. You're supposed to hit the front brake and then come through the turn. I should have downshifted a little bit there. Like, these aren't really massive turns, but hitting the front brake and then going through. I've been doing more rear brake, and I think it should be more front brake. Like right now, these glasses are lifting a little bit because I checked the weather before I left. No rain, but wind gust up to 41 miles an hour. I don't normally brake in curves like that one. It's more just trying to get the muscle memory down and practice. I also hope to go to a parking lot today and practice a little bit of just neutral stops, nice good stops, not neutral. Practice my stopping at slow speeds, because I find sometimes with bigger bike I'm wobbling a little bit, and part of it is this ultimate seat. I'm not touching down with both feet the way I was before I put this seat on. And it's probably too late to return this ultimate seat, but part of me regrets not getting the Corbin because of the feet touching issue. I'm able to touch both of the balls of my feet, but not the whole foot like I could on the stock seat. Brake and then turn. Speed up. Front brake. And then, oh, that wasn't any good. Like I normally would not hit the brake in those turns. Like I said, I'm more just thinking, and these are the curves I have to practice with on this ride, so I'm just thinking about the muscle memory and practicing with it. The Shoei modular helmet has a little flip-up sun visor, so it's a clear visor, but then inside of it a little device that lets you drop down like a little smaller tinted sunglass thing. And I really like the idea of that. One of the things that I don't like about it is when you look out the bottom, it's clear. So like if your motorcycle has the sun hitting on the chrome, the reflection back up slips in sometimes right under that little gap, right into my eyes. Not to mention, it's just a bit odd to, like, you're tinted looking forward, look down, and it's clear. Some people might prefer that. I have been debating, because I don't ride a ton at night, whether to buy a new visor that's just tinted like my other ones and use that, or I guess the photochromatic thing. Same kind of issue with this one that I have with that photochromatic one on my other helmet, is there's times of day when it's just not dark enough. Now the advantage of this helmet is if you get caught out at night or a storm and you need to clear up, you just lift up the tinted part. And I was watching Motorman's videos on this, and he's saying mainly just the front brake. And I've been reading that book. I gotta cover that chapter kind of in the beginning. I need to double back. I have a goal to read that book kind of every year that many of you read on motorcycling. A lot of good tips in it, good reminders. So forward brake, and accelerate once you've got your path. And again, these aren't twisty curves. I'm just doing this as practice, even though on these curves I may not usually do it like that. Ooh-wee, that's a lot of wind. Gracious. As an update, since replacing the battery, I've had no issues starting.